Hello amazing people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you all doing, guys? Hope you're good today and I hope you're doing great. Today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make this very beautiful and stylish gown. So from the thumbnail you can tell this was a damask fabric with an ashoke mix, but I'll be making mine with an African print fabric and a mixture of a plain fabric. Okay, yes, so I'm going ahead to cut out my fabric now. So working with my desired length, the length for working with is 52 inches. So I'll also go ahead and add the hemming allowance on the lower part and also the joining at the shoulders. So this way you go ahead and measure the entire length that you're working with. So I'm measuring the 52 plus extra 2 inches, that's 54. So I'll be measuring this twice because we're going to be folding it into two so that we can cut out for both the front and the back piece. So you can see going ahead to measure it all out. After that I'll cut off my fabric. So after cutting it out, like I said, I'll go ahead and fold this now into two equal parts along the yardage that we have measured. That's the first fold. Then the next fold now will be along the 45 inches in length, and this is what we have. So now we have our fabric folded into four. So we start by, of course, indicating what the entire length that you need, and it's also advisable when you are cutting this, I just add like extra 1 or 2 inches so that when you want to fold your fabric you don't run into any form of shortages. So you can see here I just have some little excesses to trim out, and this is what we have. Now I'll start by indicating what my shoulder width. So the shoulder I'm working with is 14 divided by 2, and that will be 7, but I'll go ahead and add extra 1 inches to that. That's going to be 8 inches. Okay, shoulder width divided by 2, add extra 1 inch to that. So we're going to be measuring out 8 inches from the shoulder width after measuring the neck width of 4 inches. So you can see I'm indicating 8 inches. Now from that point of 8 inches we're going to add mark either 6 or 7 inches. I first of all marked 6 inches because this 6 inches is what we're going to use for the I call it the agbada effect. Okay, so I'll mark 6 inches initially, but I later changed it to 7 inches because after that marking, then the next marking is going to be the actual length of the sleeve. So I wanted the length of my sleeve to be 8 inches, and of course that's exactly what I have. So because I had 9 inches earlier, so that's why I had to change that 6 inches marking to 7 inches. I hope you are not confused. Just from the unfold part, indicate your shoulder width divided by 2 plus 1 inch. Then go ahead and mark either 6 or 7 inches is fine. Then the next measurement will now be the length of the sleeve, and for what I have there is 8.5. So from that point now I came down 1 inch for slope. So I'll go ahead now and connect it to my neck width. So I'm using a neck width of 4. So I just marked my slope right there, so you can see. So after that now I'll mark a sleeve opening. I'm using a sleeve opening of 11 inch there. So I'm also going ahead to mark that down. So after that I'll just extend the lines, and that will serve as my chest line. You can see. Now on this chest line I'll be fixing the biggest body measurements. I'm working with a hip of 44 divided by 4, and that's 11, and I'm adding extra 5 inches to that, which will be 16. So I'll go ahead and make this marking all the way to the end of the gown because I'm using one measurement here for all. You can see I'm connecting it all to a straight line, and on that armhole angle I made an armhole curve, okay, right there, and that's it. Now from the very top I'll also indicate the waistline at 17, which I did now. Now from that waist point I'll come down 8 inches. So I'm trying to make an outer curve for my pocket. So there's a cut together pocket here, and this is exactly what we have. So this is just it, very straightforward. Okay, yes, and that's it, guys. Now I will now indicate my neck measurement. Remember I'm using a neck width of 4 already. Now for the back neckline I'm going to use a neck depth of 3, neck width of 4, neck depth of 3, and that's for the back. I made a curve. While for the front is going to be a neck depth of 4, and it's going to be a square. Okay, neck width of 4, neck depth of 4. So I'm making a straight marking. So this is going to give me a square neckline. You can see this. So that's it. So I'll go ahead now and cut this out. We're done here. So I'll first of all cut for the back neckline first. then also cut out the shoulders. Now it's very important that we're going to be notching that point, the shoulder width point, and also the 7 inches apart. You can see I'm notching. It's very important to notch that down. So after that, can now cut off the sides. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel in case you haven't done that yet. Remember to like, share with friends and sewing communities. I'll really appreciate this a lot. Okay, thank you so much, guys, as always. So here you can see I've cut this all out, just some excesses at the sleeve, and we're done. This is quite straightforward. You can see this. So I'll go ahead now and take off one piece, and that's going to be for the back. Okay, so we can cut out for the front neckline. So you can see for this back, what I'll be doing later on is just to cut out the facing. I'll use it to turn the neckline, and that will be it. Why for the front neckline? So just place it the way it was and cut out our square shape. So cut out the square shape first before we cut out the exact shape of that front neckline. So by the time I open this up, this is the front now. Okay, so on one edge, and just come down by 1.5 inches. Okay, 1.5 inches or 1.25, and just go ahead and slant it just like the way you see me doing. You can see slant it to the other edge, and that's it. So go ahead and cut this out. So this is going to give us the neck shape that we have. You can see. So this is it, guys. So we have this now. So I'm going to be cutting out now the facing, which is going to be the front neck band. Can see. So this is the plain fabric. This is the chinos fabric, and I added an este as the interfacing here. So you can see I've ironed that down, and then what I have here is 14 inches by about 18 inches. So this totally depends on how long you want yours to be. I didn't want mine to be as long as what we have on the thumbnail, so yeah, I'm using 14 inches for the entire length. So all I'm doing now is just to mark out the same neck measurement, just as this is serving as our facing and also our our neck band design. So just mark that out. Then initially I'm marking out the shoulder width here to be about 3 inches, but I'll later reduce it again. You can see what we have here. Then of course on the lower part, just made a triangular shape. You can see what we have there. So this is just a straightforward cutout. By the side, you just go up by about 1 or 1.5, then you'll be able to get the triangular shape at the edge there. You can see. So this is what we have. By the time you open it up, you can see this is what we have here. So just repeating what we did for the main fabric to cut out the same shape as well. You can see this. So I knew this was a little bit wide, so I had to fold it back. So all you need to do from the unfold fold, I just marked about 6.5, which is what I'm doing now. You can see just mark 6.5, and that will be enough for me. Can see, so I had to trim off the excess because I'm still going to fold it in again with about ½ inch. Okay, yes. So this is it now. This is it when we're done. So that's it, guys. So I'll be using this now to turn out the neckline. So I'll be sewing from the wrong side. So once I'm done sewing on the wrong side, I'll go ahead and now bring it outward to the front. So I'll go to my sewing machine now. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'll also, after that, I will now be hemming it. I'll also be turning the back neckline. You can see what we're doing. So this is how I'm going to be folding all the edges. Okay, so once I'm done, then I will now top stitch. Then like I said, I'll go ahead and also turn the neckline for the back as well. I'll be back. And so this is it, guys. I've turned the neckline for the back. You can see what we have here, and also clean up the edges. Then for this front piece, you can see I've already turned it out from the back side to the front. You can see. So what I did was to use my iron to just fold those edges that I'm going to be sewing. You can see how this looks. Then after that, carefully pin it down. It's very important you hold this down with your pin before you now top stitch, okay, on all the sides there. That's it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So once I'm done with this now, then I can now fix my fringe. I'm using a fringe here, so you can see I'm going to be doubling it so that to make it more fuller. Then I'll go ahead and just place it on the lower edge there, just like you see me demonstrating. Just place it like so and top stitch. There's nothing difficult here at all. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so once I'm done with that now, the next thing I will be to go ahead and join the shoulders. Yes, I'll join the shoulders like so. Then after that, can now come backward to create the agbada effect. So at this point, I've joined the shoulders. You can see I've attached my fringe. You can see how beautiful this is looking already. You can see this. So now I'm going to be fixing creating my border effect. So remember the 7 inches marks, right? Remember that 7 inches interval. Remember I said you can do 7 or 6. So in between those 7 inches point, now I'm going to get the midpoint. Okay, I'm just using my chalk to make it more visible, right? So those part that will notch, I had to mark it out. That's why you are seeing the chalk there. So the midpoint of 7 inches is 3.5, right? 7 divided by 2. So watch what I'm doing. Just picking it up from that 3.5 point now. You can see, just pick it up like that and make a straight fold, okay, in such a way that you can tell that those 2 points are matching up. You can see that's just it. Now then you go ahead and place it properly on the flat surface like so, and of course from that shoulder joining, just mark 5 inches apart. 5 inches apart. So I'm using my ruler. This my ruler has an inch measurement there. So from the shoulder joining will be a guideline. Just mark 5 inches apart, and you're making a straight sew. Okay, so at the end of the day, you are sewing 10 inches straight line. I hope you can see this. So this is it. I'll use my pin to hold that down. I'll be sewing that later on. You repeat the same thing on the other side. Just in between the 7 inches, indicate the 2 points, which is the 3.5. Then go ahead and bring it up like so. You can see, just make a straight fold the way it is, making sure that those 2 points are matching up. You can see, place it on the table properly, then go ahead and sew 5 inches apart from the shoulder joining, just like you see me demonstrating. And of course that's just it, guys. Yes, so go ahead and sew. Make sure that you top stitch at the top and at the end, and I'm using my pin, of course, to just hold this down. So this is how I'm going to sew. So even with my pin, you can already see how the effect of the agbada is looking. You can see how that is already. You can see, yes. So that's it. So after that, now I can now fix my sleeve band. So for my sleeve band, I'm going to be using, of course, the same fabric, and this is 3 inches in width. So I'll be sewing from the wrong side. So right side to wrong side facing each other, I'll go ahead and sew, right? I'll using my pin as well to demonstrate. So after sewing, then you bring it all to the front, fold it a little bit in, about 0.5 or less, then you go ahead and top stitch. That's just it, guys. So I'll finish this up on both sides. Okay, then I'll come back to show you the next step. Okay, yeah. And this is it, guys. When we are done, you can see I've attached the sleeve. You can see the agbada effect. You can see how beautiful this is looking. Like we're almost done. This is almost ready. You can see how beautiful this is looking already. So the final thing to do now will be to bring it all together. Just make sure that you align this fabric properly and now sew the sides. So I will take it all the way from the sleeve, run it through the pocket, all the way down to the end of the gown, and of course you repeat the same thing on the other side. Then the final thing now will be to hem the lower part depending on your hemming allowance, and this outfit is ready. You won't believe it. We're done. And that is it, guys, on how to make this beautiful one. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me, and I hope you do find this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends and sewing communities. I'll really appreciate it. See you on the next one. Bye. And don't forget that aside making female wears, I make and sell fashion accessories, which I sell in wholesale and retail. So what you see here, these are tote bags. These are DTF printed tote bags. You can want it in printed form like this, different designs. You can also have it in plain form if that's what you want. Okay, there are other fashion accessories like the hair bonnet, cooking cap, sleeping robe. There's the maxi tote bag. There's the Ankara tote bag, fully padded, fully lined with inner pocket and zipper. There's the sleep robe. There's so many accessories. Just reach out to Partner So Fashion. We will be there to attend to you. Okay, yeah, just call out on the number you see on the screens. We'll reach out. You will be able to get to us. Yes, these are perfect gifting items for your souvenirs, and a lot of beautiful things you can use this for. Yes, and for the DTF printing, I already have an online class that is ongoing. This is a very lucrative business as well. It's a method of branding and customization. You can go ahead and also share this to a lot of people that will find this helpful. You will see the flyer at the end of this video. Thank you, guys. See you on the next one. Bye.